So when you hear the names Da Vinci and Wright and Lockheed Martin, what do you think of? Well, you think of flying devices, right? And the fact that all of them started out using paper as the main material in their flying devices to make models and diagrams to see if things would actually fly. So today's project in honor of National Paper Airplane Day is a catapult airplane activity. The materials you're going to need for today are a piece of plain paper. It could be white paper, it could be colored paper. You could also get a template. I got my template off of funairplanes.com. You'll need a rubber band. You will need a hole punch, as well as a tape measure to set outside in the lawn or driveway to measure how far your catapult airplane will go. To get started, you need to make an airplane that has a thicker nose because we will be punching a hole in it and putting the rubber band through as our propulsion system for today. So I'm just going to follow the instructions and diagram lines on mine to get my airplane started. And as I'm working along, you guys get out a piece of paper and work along too. All right, I've got my first two folds in. I've taken my 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and I'm actually starting to get a triangular shape, forming my nose and my tail. And the nose obviously is going to be triangular shaped with less surface area to present less resistance, wind resistance, as it's flying. All right, so I have folded my airplane. I do have the classic airplane shape. You can try other shapes of airplanes, different wing styles, to see how they fly, both with and without our propulsion system. So to put our propulsion system in, or our catapult, we're actually going to find the thickest point on the nose, not too far or close to the edges, and we're going to take our hole punch. Make sure we're in far enough. Punch a hole. You might have to have help. You might have to have help squeezing it. So once we have the hole punched in our nose up close to the front of the plane, we're actually going to take our rubber band, and nothing tricky about wrapping them. Just stick one end through your hole. Take the one end, just simply stick it through the other and pull like so that you have your rubber band on. So every kid should know this, but if you don't, we are going to fling a rubber band today. Basically pull back with your one hand, rubber band forward, and let your airplane go. So we're going to go set up a course outside and see how far our airplanes will fly. I'm actually going to take the rubber band off mine, try flying it first without the rubber band to see how far it'll go, then add our propulsion system to see if it carries our airplane any farther. That's my hypothesis, that with that extra fling to it, my airplane is going to go quite far. All right, I've made it outside. I have set up my distance course. I've simply taken a 30-foot tape measure. If you have an adult or someone else to help you, it's much easier to have two people, one to hold the end and the other to pull out the tape measure. But I'm just going to give you a quick view of what we've got going on here. I've got my tape measure out and about. Hopefully you can see that. And I will be measuring how far I go. My first attempt at flying will be to fly my airplane without my rubber band. I've taken it off the nose and I am just going to attempt to fly it. So I'm left-handed. I'm actually going to use my left hand to fly. Whichever hand you write with or you're more comfortable with, that'll be the hand that you launch your paper airplane from. So I'm simply going to stand right at the beginning at the 0 mark on the tape measure and see how far I can go. Without my propulsion system, my rubber band, I went 14 feet 2 inches. It's pretty calm out today, not a lot of headwinds to force my airplane back. So, adding my rubber band again, pulling back, standing at my 0 mark, I launch my airplane. "23 feet 2 inches with my propulsion system on my airplane today. So my hypothesis that my rubber band and the extra launch capacity would make my airplane go farther was correct. Now more about Shenango County 4-H, visit us on our website. Also visit us on Facebook, Shenango County 4-H, and our YouTube channel, Shenango County 4-H. Have a great day.